Hi, it's Leaf, and today I want to quickly talk about something that has been on my mind for quite a while. To be honest, it's been driving me and many other players up the wall for about 3 months now, that is, ever since the game was released. And the thing in question is, why in the world is Fang so difficult to anything? Why is this guy so different? Why is it so hard to befriend him, impossible to romance him, even though he is technically one of the eligible bachelors of Sandrock? Why is he so special, and not in a good way? Currently, all interactions with him are limited, and so is the number of points of friendship we are able to gain. We are all waiting for a big update, scheduled for 30th of August, which, among other things, promises a deeper dive into personal stories of some NPCs, including Fang. We will also be able to finally interact with him some more and give him gifts. Yay! Unfortunately, romance will remain unavailable. Given how popular this character is, one has to wonder why. Well, the first and most obvious explanation is that Fang's storyline is simply nowhere near ready. He's an unfinished character, so it's reasonable for a lot of content to be missing. But this is true for all characters. Everybody's unfinished, some more than others, but it doesn't change the fact that Fang's case takes the cake. So, once again, why? And here we enter, as always, a misty land of speculations. The upcoming update may shed some light on this, so perhaps making that kind of video so late is not the best idea, but frankly, I still want to do it. Let's see what you think, and also let's see how off I am. Okay, so given everything we know about him, it's not unreasonable to believe that Fang plays a significant role in the main story. If Logan's father really got contaminated in the ruins, and if that is an important part of the main story, then Fang is also important. If I was even remotely correct in my video about what I think Logan is really doing, then Fang is not only important, he is crucial. Because he is trying to find a cure. If we befriend him a little, he basically spells it out.
I must create new medicines to combat new disease.
Now, he has a couple of more lines that are interesting and possibly serve as foreshadowing, but I'm not gonna go over all of them because it would really be a very long video. By the way, I think that when it comes to foreshadowing, X is the absolute master. I believe that after the full game is released and we finally know the whole story, we will look back at his lines and realize that he was basically almost spoiling the game without us even knowing. Like all talking birds, he mostly repeats things he heard before at some point, which means, given his lines, that his life must have been quite colorful. Anyway, back to Fang. As I said, he is trying to find a cure for a new type of illness. The only such illness mentioned in the game is the one that Howlett allegedly caught in the ruins, most likely the same one that Logan was researching. We know that Fang was involved because we find his prescriptions. It's also very likely that his medicine failed, because they reached out to another doctor. And when we ask Fang about the whole situation, not only does he refuse to answer, he looks uneasy, like he really doesn't want to talk about it. So it's either a secret, or Fang's ashamed of his failure, or both. Now, back to the original question. Why is Fang so difficult to get close to? Because he's busy. He's so busy he literally can't afford to waste time on anything other than his research. He sleeps and eats, but apart from that, he's always working. Simplified animations make him seem idle at times, but taking everything into account, we can easily interpret those as doing research, taking notes, gathering herbs, this one is quite obvious, and organizing ingredients. And of course, twice a week we have his medical trials when he basically tests whatever he came up with. Yes, he is from Seaside, so he probably has some difficulties with the language. Yes, he is reserved and most likely socially awkward, but the thing that actually keeps him from socializing the most is his work. Even his lines that initially make him look arrogant and cold only prove how busy he is and how his mind is completely preoccupied with his work. And that brings us to a conclusion. A romantic relationship with him is basically physically impossible at this point. If he doesn't pay attention to anything other than his work, how is he supposed to go on dates? In other words, certain events have to take place in order for that romance to become unlocked, and they can't take place because they're not in the game yet, because early access. It's likely that dating Fang will only become available after he finds that cure. So, the good news is that romance with him will probably feel a bit special. The bad news is that we're gonna have to wait some more. And that's it for today. Thanks for watching, and I see you in the next video, probably after the update, unless I miraculously come up with something else. Take care.